Last week, an out-of-town game to cap off the elimination round, and tonight they square off once again at the qualifying round of our PVL All-Filipino Conference. Din Santiago Manabat and the Choco Mucho Flying Titans going up against Abby Maraño and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers for our second game of this Saturday doubleheader inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. So glad you could all join us over on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Bianco alongside our courtside reporter. We have Lexi Rodriguez. Lexi, the month of love over, but we now shift to the 1st of March. It's Women's Month, and that's why I'm so excited to see these women go at it at the Taraflex.
You know, ako din, excited ako. It's all about the women this month, all about, you know, meron bang woman of your love?
Kayo ni Lexi and Noreen Go are the women right now in my life here at the PVL. And Noreen, grabe, so far, if we've learned anything from day number 1 of the qualifying round, upsets can happen and teams have to be careful in this round of qualifiers.
You're right. If anything can happen, that's why every game is actually very important. You know, you see how they play, how they perform based on, you know, their practices. So it's interesting to see today.
Right, let's take a look at the format of this whole tournament right now so that our viewers can have a better understanding of how it's going on moving forward.
Yeah, so we just finished the round that they determined the seeding, no? So in the qualifying rounds, teams will be seeded. 1 will play 12, 2 will play 11, and so on and so forth. So the winners will move on to the quarterfinals, wherein the losers will move into the play-in tournament. So in the play-in tournament, the 6 losing teams are split into 2 groups. Single round robin, and the top 2 of each group will be ranked 7 and 8. So we're talking about chances for all these teams still, no? Even if they lose, they have that play-in tournament. Yeah. One more chance if you can read that there. And then after that, after the play-in tournament, there will be the quarterfinals, wherein the team seeded 1 will play against 8, 2 against 7 in a best-of-3 series. So obviously, there will be 4 teams that will win and 4 that will lose.
Yeah.
And then that 4 teams will go to the semifinals round. Single round robin. Once again, a lot of volleyball action. So much game still. And then the top 2 teams will actually play for gold in a battle of 3, and the 3rd and the 4th will play for the bronze. So a lot of volleyball. We keep saying you think it's a one tournament, but it's a long one tournament.
Yeah, right. And I like what you said now, one more chance. It puts all the drama into perspective dito sa ating PVL All-Filipino Conference. So if you're in the lower seed, you still have a chance, just as Noreen mentioned, which we saw last Thursday, of course, when the high risers of the Galleries Tower advanced to the quarterfinals. But right now, let's take a look at the updated bracket after the game earlier when the Petrogas Angels won in straight sets over the Capital One Solar Spikers.
Okay, so after the last game day, we have to mention Creamline, ranked number 1, defeated Next Sled. And then the game earlier, Petrogas defeated Capital One. You mentioned the upset. Galleries, number 10, defeated number 3, Signal. And then the match today, Choco Mucho will play against Chery. In the next game day, we will have PLDT against Zeus and Farm Fresh versus Akari. So you know where your favorite teams are.
Yeah, and I believe the winner of this match will either face Zeus or PLDT, who will see action in the last game day of our qualifying round. Let's talk about the Choco Mucho Flying Titans this time, and their 2 top scorers in the team leading the way as they are now on a 6-game winning streak. CC Rondina and Isa Molde, they're shouldering the load for the Flying Titans in this All-Filipino Conference.
Well, ever since she joined Choco Mucho, the organization, CC Rondina went to work. You know, in this conference, she's number 2 in scoring with 240 points. But the question is always there. Who's going to support CC Rondina? Well, we have Din Santiago Manabat. Then we have Isa Molde. Isa Molde, for me, has a great conference. You know, great conference because it's not just scoring. You can see 98 points. It's a good support, but her defense is working as well. So these 2 will really be relied upon today.
You know what, Noreen and Dip, you guys talk about the numbers, you talk about the technicalities of volleyball, but one thing that the collective force that we're seeing from the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, of course, is the collective effort of the coaching staff as well, which is led by none other than Coach Dante Alin Sunurin. You know, he told me, we all know that he's balancing also the UAAP and men's team, and he's also balancing that with managing the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. But one thing's for sure, hindi talaga siya mawawalan ng hindi parang kumbaga yung mga players, they really are there para hindi sila mawala ng pag-asa sa sa sistema ni Coach Dante. And one thing that, he really told me is that they've been working on that physical strength. Yung endurance nila is the one thing that they're focusing on, especially with a conference that this is the, ganito kahaba. It's just been really, really tiring for them. But one thing's for sure, that the Flying Titans are here for the long run.
Oh, they're lucky that they have Coach Dante, who's really committed. I remember the game in Iloilo where they faced Chery Tiggo. The next day, andun siya sa UAAP, di ba?
Right.
Sa NU Bulldogs. So he's committed to being the mentor for both of his teams. Lipat tayo sa kabila for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers as we take a look at Aragalang. Kung merong dalawang players sa kabila who are leading the way in Rondina and Bote, sa side naman ng Chery Tiggo, yung Aragalang doing the damage.
Yeah, but we have to mention, for Chery, some struggles. In their cat, they lost the Laura sisters. Then they have a new head coach. So obviously, when you see the way they played, they started this conference. A lot of struggles, but you're hoping for their fans that come the next rounds, they will have some upsets and maybe make it to the finals. And you mentioned Aragalang, a bit of a, what do we say, resurgence when she joined Chery. She has been the go-to for Chery. 149 points. She's 7th overall. Again, the question is there, who's going to support Aragalang? Cesc Robles has had a breakout conference, we have to say. However, Dip, we mentioned the last 3 games in which they lost. Cesc Robles a bit checked, so they're hoping that she'll have a breakout game today because we talked about Molde and Rondina. What about Galang and Cesc Robles? This is a great matchup.
Yeah, you talk about resurgence, you mentioned about resurgence, and of course, you know what, I went to the dugout earlier, and mas maganda talaga yung vibe nila this time around compared to that Iloilo. I was speaking with Coach Norman Miguel. Sabi niya talaga, there's 2 things that they really, really have been focusing on, especially when he first stepped in as the head coach of the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, and that is 1, consistency, and the 2 is connection. Yung connection talaga is something that they've been missing all throughout this conference. Syempre, with yung pagkakaiba ng lineups, that's one thing na nagiging struggle for them is to find that stable connection. But one thing's for sure, kung ang Choco Mucho, they're here for the long run. Of course, the Chery Tiggo Crossovers are also here for the long ride. And of course, the people who are supporting the PVL, who have been with us in the longest run, is of course you, the PVL fans, and that is why we have a poll question of the day for you, and that is which spiker will lead her team to the quarterfinals? Again, which spiker will lead her team to the quarterfinals? Is it CC Rondina or Isa Molde from the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, or is it Aragalang and Cesc Robles from the Chery Tiggo Crossovers? You can join in the conversation using the hashtag PVL, or you could also join in the conversation through the poll below. Well, Diponarin, I don't know what we're supposed to be looking forward tonight, but I'm expecting that it's going to be a long night for the 3 of us. So what do you think?
Dahil kasama ko kayo, hindi ako nagdududa na baka humaba yung gabi. So to all our viewers over at PVL, abangan nyo for this matchup between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers here on One Sports Plus and Pilipinas Live.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na! Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Hi Jen, hear me out.
Number 19, Jen Yerba.
What I want to improve on this conference is my physical health. I started the season na hindi ako makakalaro kasi kailangan ko magpahinga at unahin yung injuries ko. Yun talaga yung gusto kong i-work on, na maging healthy ako consistently all throughout the season. And maibigay ko din yung best ko sa Chery Tiggo Crossovers. PVL, I'm back. I would say, nag-improve naman talaga yung injuries ko. I worked really hard. Nakukulangan pa din talaga ako sa pine-perform ko. But sabi ko nga, mahaba yung tournament, mahaba yung conference. So I'll be patient and I'll be focusing lang sa as a whole kung paano ko i-handle yung challenges inside the court. Hi, Jen! Huwag kang mawalan ng loob kapag nahihirapan ka na and huwag kang matatakot humingi ng tulong sa mga taong nasa tabi mo kasi hindi mo to kakayanin mag-isa and malaking bagay na merong taong gumagabay sa'yo at hahayaan mo silang tulungan ka nila. Natouch ako sa sinabi ko sa sarili ko. Totoo lang. Grabe yung shift from very competitive level naglalaro sa national team tapos biglang stop. Na-injured ako, tapos hindi na ako naglalaro sa court. Pag passion mo yung ginagawa mo, na-put it into stop, parang nakaka-down talaga siya. So, naiintindihan ko yung pinanggagalingan ko ng that time. And I don't want to experience that again. Ngayon, I'm back in the court and very happy. Another opportunity this year to perform and just enjoy the journey.
PVL fans, welcome to the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City for Season 8 of the Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball. This is match number 70 of the 2025 All-Filipino Conference, the qualifying round matchup between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans and their opponents, the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the two referees officiating this match. First referee, Patrick Alan Castillo, National Referee. Second referee, Josie Del Rosario, FIVB, International Referee. And now let's meet the starters first for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Outside spiker number 18, team captain Cici Rondina. Outside spiker number 1, Isa Molte. Opposite hitter number 6, Tintin Santiago Manapat. Setter number 9, Mars Alba. Middle blocker number 17, Lorraine Pecaña. And middle blocker number 22, Chery Nunay. Starting libero number 16, Tang Ponce. Head coach for Choco Mucho is Dante Alin Sunuri. And now the starters for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Outside spiker number 1, Cis Robles. Middle blocker number 3, Risa Sato. Setter number 4, Jasmine Napor. Opposite hitter number 10, Ara Galang. Middle blocker number 22, Pauline Gaston. And outside spiker number 23, Shaya Adorador. Starting libero number 9, Chen Yerba. Head coach for Chery Tiggo is Norman Miguel. This match is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board.
Check out the starters for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. You have Nunag, Pecaña, Santiago Manabat, Alba, Rondina, Molde, and Tang Ponce as their libero. Meanwhile, for the side of the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, you have Adorador, Sato, Galang, Nabor, Gaston, Robles, and Nierva. So 2 players on the side of Chery Tiggo, new starters who came off the bench when they last saw each other just last weekend, by the way, in Feb 2022 when they played out of town. So Nabor will be starting as the setter to replace Picar, and Shaya Adorador as well will be fielded in. We're all set to begin this one inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. We thank you all for joining us over on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Tipianco alongside Noreen Go and Lexi Rodriguez, your broadcast team for this one.
Well, Dip, looking at the starting units, I love the chess match early on by Coach Dante and Coach Norman. You're using Mars Alba as the setter and Jazz Nabor. So obviously, there's the scouting and the game plan.
Adjustments after that meet-up last week wherein Chery Tiggo bowed down in straight sets against Choco Mucho Flying Titans, who, as we mentioned, are on a 6-game winning streak. Meanwhile, itong Chery Tiggo, it's been over a month since they last won. That was back in January 25th.
Yeah, but today's a new day, we have to say. Yeah, they may have met early on. I mean, last week, you said it in Iloilo, but it's different today. I mean, it's a different venue and the stakes are higher.
Right. Once again, this is already the qualifying round, and the winner of this match will advance to the quarterfinals, where we already have 3 teams in it. What a hit coming from Santiago Manabat.
When she joined Choco Mucho, obviously there's going to be adjustments, right? And she trained with the team not for so long, so she would come off the bench, and a lot of the fans are saying, you have Santiago Manabat coming off the bench, ? And now she's showing us, right? I deserve to start.
Right, and she is playing quality minutes for the Flying Titans. That attack of Galang went out, and that's going to be a 2-point lead now for Choco Mucho.
Well, be careful. I mean, we talked about Chery. They have to be careful. You want to keep this game close.
Yeah.
Because you do have the material. You have the talent.
The drop saved by General. Rondina goes cross-court, but it goes straight to Coach Norman Miguel. It was out.
I saw Via General actually telling Rondina it was out. It was out.
Oh, you have your teammates to keep you in check if they think otherwise. Got a better view of that attack. Meanwhile, Aragalang will serve for Chery Tiggo. That's picked up by Ponce. Alba back sets to Rondina on the off-speed. Picked up by Nabor. Nierva goes back to Jasmine on the attack.
Wow.
And the point for Chery Tiggo.
That's why she's there.
As we get this report from Lexi Rodriguez. Go ahead, Lexi.
Well, Dip and Noreen, just like that surprise, one person that we are really surprised with is Isa Molde, who is stepping up in a big way at this conference. She's the embodiment that teamwork and hard work is really the perfect formula for success. As the team's second best scorer, she's been a consistent force on the court, delivering when it matters the most. But another surprise is that actually today we are witnessing Kat Tolentino. She was actually surprising the rest of the team that she's going to watch today. Royce and the other players were surprised that she is here cheering for and supporting for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. So that's definitely something that we want to see from the team. Hopefully that will bring out that extra morale and that extra boost in confidence this time around. Now back to you, Dipanarin.
Thank you, Lexi. Parang mas na-surprise ako dun sa entrance ni Lexi out of nowhere dun sa crowd ng Choco Mucho. But going back to her report, it's nice to have Kat Tolentino be in the venue to support her teammates.
Added inspiration.
Yeah. While the rally is still ongoing. It's a long one, ended by CC Rondina. And who else?
Yeah, well, but we have to say at the start of this set, Choco Mucho, couple of points ahead.
As we check out this spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Yeah, and then Chery came roaring back. Obviously, their game plan was to play it smart. They're using a lot of drops, and so far it has been actually creating havoc with Choco Mucho's defense.
Oh, that goes through for Shaya Dorador. Nalagpasan si Bia General and Chery Tiggo once again up by a single point.
That was probably a miss hit. That's why even Bia General was off time there.
Yeah.
Like, where is this ball going?
Wasn't able to predict the direction of that ball.
It's like somebody pressed slow-mo, put it on slow-mo.
They swing it to Santiago Manabat and Din will score. So back and forth here as we go to another deadlock at 5-all.
What a start for Santiago Manabat. You know that she's going to be critical. For me, she's going to be huge for Choco Mucho.
Oh, but there will be a challenge on a net fault and a teleporting coach Kung Fu who earlier his team won against the Adamson Lady Falcons
In 4 sets,
Yeah.
I heard.
So let's see if there was a net fault on the attack by Dindin Santiago Manabat. So far, they're keeping it close. A better start as compared to their set number 1, which happened in Iloilo. They lost that first set 25-18. And Choco Mucho never looked back. Although sets 2 and 3 were close. They only won by 2 points in both sets 2 and set 3.
But we're sure Coach Norman made all the necessary adjustments coming into this match because you want to get into the quarterfinals. You don't want to go through the play-in tournament as we mentioned the format earlier.
So we await the challenge of Chery Tiggo. A while ago, we talked about the updated bracket wherein Creamline, Galleries, Tower High Risers, and earlier the Petrogas Angels have advanced to the quarterfinals. This one, the winner will face either PLDT or Zeus, whoever wins there on Tuesday.
It's the hair.
Oh, so a successful challenge there by the Crossovers, and they get the point. So good challenge.
Yeah. We didn't notice that. We were just wondering what does the
Oo,
challenge
ano yung
for?
hinahanap nila dun. But they got a good eye for that one. Which is why Chery Tiggo are now up by 2 points.
Yeah. Good fight back by Chery.
Good serve. An ace for Shaya Dorador. Puts Chery Tiggo up by 3.
You know, for the fans of Shaya Adorador, you have to be pleased because as every conference progresses, you see her improvement.
Yeah.
Right? She would come off the bench, now she's starting and she has been delivering.
Has always embraced her role.
Yeah.
No matter what. Alba tosses it to Molde, checked, deflected, and returned to sender. And now a 4-point lead by Chery Tiggo who will bring us to the first technical timeout as we check out this block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Arena Plus astig sa sports as we are back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig for your 2025 PVL All-Filipino Conference. This is our second match of this Saturday doubleheader. Mars Alba knows exactly where the camera is. But looking confident despite being down by 4 points. It's a long way to go here in the first set.
Yeah, but what about Chery's performance here? The start of the first set, they were down, but then, you know, they came back. And I feel that they're playing more patient.
Yeah.
Right? More patient volleyball. They're playing it smart. So far, so good for Chery.
Alba sets up Rondina. And it goes through for CC to end the dry spell.
When you need a point, look for CC Rondina no matter where she is inside the court. Boy, that's slow-mo. It's really, if you take a photo, it's for a poster.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, the running attack there by Gaston. Read by Molde. And it's back-to-back points for the Flying Titans.
Well, you know, Isa Molde, not really known for blocking, but you're seeing that in her game. So we talked about her scoring and her receiving. Now she's adding the blocking department.
Oh, but Nuna committing a service error as they were slowly building momentum. Coach Dante Alinsunurin also earlier had a game in the UAAP in his men's team. It's won over UE.
Yeah, but we talked about the dedication of all these coaches.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Robles, nabalik. Nabor will transfer. Back row for Galang. Nabor picks it up. Oh, but Sato and Gaston were hesitant to get that second ball.
Well, you have to realize Gaston and Sato are playing the same position, so it's quite confusing
Correct.
that they found themselves beside each other.
You'd rather have two people go for it than no one at all, right?
Always. I mean, a coach will not fault somebody if the effort is there, but wasn't able to retrieve it, than it dropping to the floor.
Oh, not the best first ball. Broken play, but Robles gets a good look. Rondina. It goes for CC Rondina to cut the lead down to 1.
Well, you know, all we can say with that hit by Rondina, it was so well placed right in between Adorador and Galang. So that caused some confusion.
And Rondina now has 4 points to lead all Choco Mucho scorers.
Are you surprised?
Another day at the office for CC. That is out. But off the block, says our first referee on the Robles attack. But Choco Mucho will challenge as they try to figure out.
Block touch challenge, yeah, but you know, the ball was very near the tape of the net. Chances are there will be a block
Yeah.
touch. Unless it ricochets through the tape, normally to the right side or the left
Correct.
side.
We usually see these types of plays na it looks like it doesn't touch
Cross.
the arm, pero pagdating sa replay,
That is actually the old school thinking na when you hit it to the tape and it looked like it didn't go over. I mean, that's 4 touches, people
Yeah.
will say that.
Yeah.
But now with the challenge system, you see that there can be block touches,
Correct.
even though, you know, it looks like it did not go over.
but we could be wrong here. So let's see if
Yeah.
Choco Mucho will get a successful challenge on a block touch. So we've seen a couple of challenges already, and yes,
Right? I mean, we always say chances are it's gonna hit the blocker's hand.
so an unsuccessful challenge for Coach Dante and company. Lisa Sato all smiles as always in her new team. 1-2, picked up by Nabor. Nierva will bump set it to Galang. Ara changes pace, and it drops for Ara Galang.
But, you know, again, we said it. That's the game plan of Chery today. Use a lot of drops, play patient volleyball, and it has been working. Look at that. No, even one of the great Tang Ponce could not get to that drop.
That was Galang's first point of the game. Could get her going. Oh, the running spike by Pecanya, saved by Chery Tiggo. It's back with the Flying Titans. They go back row to CC, but dug up by Nierva. Robles will try. Oh, good dig coming from Santiago Manabat. The drop picked up. Play continues. They go middle. Ponce will save. Molde will try a drop as well. Back and forth we go. Chance for Choco Mucho.
Oh!
Still playable as we get our first long rally alert. The second, I believe, a while ago, we had one, and Dindin will end it.
Boy, but that's the best rally so far. And what we see best because great defense displayed by both these teams.
Yeah, you can see them going after the balls. But that time around, too sharp, too quick for Santiago Manabat.
Well, that's what Choco Mucho has to realize. You have CC Rondina. You're obviously your first option. But when you need a point, you have Santiago Manabat.
Yeah, that option as well. Another save here by the Flying Titans. And Rondina unleashes one to cut the lead down to a single point.
You know, we have to say blockers were there, but Rondina just found that angle. Look at that.
And again, the question, how to limit CC Rondina. And Coach Norman Miguel will call for time.
And then Jazz makinig. Yung mga running spike na minsan dito ka na napapreso, although nakakapasok sila, pag tinutuloy mo yan, ang chance talaga ita-drop ball na lang yan. Diba? So mas ready tayo dito. Pero pag nandito sa ipas at nakapwesto ka naman ng tama, yan, pwede mo ituloy ng ituloy yun. Okay? Maintindihan? O go! Isang side out lang tayo. Sets! Let's go!
Side out. Come on.
Harap si Mars.
Focus tayo, focus. Chery!
On top.
Timeout called by the Crossovers, who want to protect this 1-point lead. Nabor making a start as the setter, as we see Francis Escandor and Jordan Bartlett. We know who they're supporting. They're on the side of the Crossovers. And for Noreen, we will say that it's for Jen Nierva and Pongay Gaston. Pauline Gaston.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. And for those who didn't know as well.
So it's 10 serving 11. Molde waiting for her turn to serve.
Bit of a lull here.
Yeah. And Molde waiting for that whistle as we are ready to resume action. Nabor tosses it to Robles.
Dig.
Saved by General. Rondina goes up, blocked, but saved by Dindin on the coverage. And then Rondina changes her attack and ties this game up at 11-all.
Yeah, that's just playing it smart. I mean, we also have to credit first Santiago Manabat. Great coverage, but look at the defense of Chery. Everybody was expecting a strong hit. Everybody moved back. That created a huge opening at the center. Great
This is
serve.
a mini run mounted by the Flying Titans. They keep the ball alive again. Alba goes back row. Easy over. Nabor. Nierva goes after it. Pumps it to Robles. But easy pickup by General. And Pecanya will give Choco Mucho the lead as they're now on a 4-0 run.
Well, this youngster is looking more and more confident and comfortable ever since she joined Choco Mucho.
Lorraine Pecanya, the 11th pick overall in last year's PVL draft out of Arellano University.
Well, Abby Marañas, you're saying that enters the game. I think they need her.
Another good take by General, but someone touched the net on the side of Choco Mucho. Looks like it's on Pecanya.
I actually saw Mars Alba raise a hand, so
So Chery Tiggo able to Tie this game up at 12 all.
That's
And-
what you want from them, right? To keep it close.
Yeah. They go back to Pecaña. Good save by Robles. Nabor back sets. Galang goes for the attack. And it's inside for Ara Galang. And lead swings back to Chery Tiggo.
Boy, that is, when we talked about resurgence, come on, Ara Galang looks like she's playing for Lasal. Still, that's elevation, that's classic Galang hit.
So fun to watch.
Yeah.
Ponce, bit hesitant on the receive of that. And a block coming from Galang and Maranyo on the team up.
Well, it's a good stop. If you're Choco Mucho, you have to expect that. CC Rondina will get blocked. So coverage has to be there at all times.
Yeah. Back to a 2-point lead for the Crossovers. Robles continues to serve.
Great response by Chery, we have to say.
Chery Tiggo with a counter 3-0 run. Nabor bumps it. Collision there with Galang. Picked up by Choco Mucho. Rondina flies. Another block. Dindin with a hustle.
Good save.
Free ball for Chery Tiggo. Nabor. Maranyo asks for it. Santiago Manabat again with a save. Nabalik ulit. Rondina once more.
Good dig.
Oh, Nabor has been getting those first balls. Galang checked. A redo for the Crossovers. They go long and it's inside for Shaya Dorador. And a 3-point lead for the Crossovers.
Boy, again, we have to mention defense working and the patience of Chery Tiggo, playing it smart, just finding the line.
Yeah.
They're not going for strong, sharp hits. They're going for long ones, and it has been successful.
And their bench loving that point. Why not? They're up by 3. Alba tosses to Rondina. Ball is up. The chase by Nabor. Galang will set up the play. Easy over. Alba. Again, Rondina finding the opening.
Well, she has been going to the soft tips. This time decided to go for a quicker one, and that totally surprised Chery's defense. Look at that.
Rondina slowly racking up the points. She's got 7. Nabor to Galang.
Wow. And she's known for that, Ara Galang, when she twists and turns midair.
And that will bring us to the second technical timeout. Chery Tiggo up by 3.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
SB Finance ang BFF na malalapitan. Some fans of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. And our colleague, Billy Capistrano, who is here to
Support
us.
We are, just to explain, so far we've been having a lot of 5-setters.
Yeah.
And so did Billy. Or so does Billy.
The last game you covered together was a 5-setter, diba?
5-setter, yes.
The Choco Mucho crowd. Abby Maranyo heads to the service line.
You know, I love that substitution by Coach Norman, bringing in Abby Maranyo when things are getting close, because Abby Maranyo just, you know, calms them. There's something about her leadership really that's that calms them, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they responded so well since her entry, erecting a 3-point lead.
16 serving 13 here in set number 1. Let's see how Choco Mucho will respond. They go back to their top scorer. Robles pops it up. Adorador. Saved by Ponce. CC checked at the net. The chase by Alba. They go back to Rondina. Again read by the blockers of Chery Tiggo. Maraño able to save.
Still alive.
This is going to be a free ball, a chance for the Flying Titans. They go middle to Chery Nunag.
You know, we know the first option of Mars Alba and CC Rondina, but you have to remember all these players, Chery Nunag, Din Santiago Manabot, their options as well. And, you know, if you give them that proper set,
Yeah.
they can score just to take a bit of pressure off of CC Rondina.
And to change things up.
Yeah. Not that she doesn't want pressure.
Yeah. They go back to Rondina. CC.
Oh, what a dig.
Oh, Nierva able to send it back. And then Robles keeps the ball up. Oh, but Nabor crosses.
Oh, wasted opportunity.
Her right foot
Yeah. Clear.
crossing over.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
Of course. Good serve.
1 point game. Galang. Oh, Alba keeps it up. Rondina waits for the ball. Robles with a steady save. They go back to Ara. Galang tried to go down the line, but it went wide. And a 3-0 counter run by Choco Mucho after that second technical timeout brings us to another tied game.
Yeah, that technical timeout did good for Choco Mucho, but it cannot fault Galang. She saw the opening in zone 4.
Nabor to Adorador, saved by Molde, who wipes the floor in the process. Nabor goes to the middle. Alba transfers. They go opposite. Nierva with another good save.
Chance.
Alba, Rondina, and down it goes for CC Rondina.
Well, I feel this is the strongest rotation of Choco Mucho when you have Santiago Manabat in the opposite, and they take advantage.
And Rondina gives Choco Mucho the lead, which forces Coach Norman Miguel to call for time.
Ara, minsan yung mga ganyang kalayo, okay lang kung malapit, pwede mag-touch out. Pero yung mga ganyang kalayo, hindi na pwede para i-ano. Okay lang, tsagayin lang, cross. Kung mahukuha nila, ready lang tayo palagi sa block. Naintindihan? And then ball control, set, back row setter natin. Naintindihan? O, go, let's go.
Mubin tayo sa depensa.
Sige lang. Sipag lang.
Next point, Atas! Chery!
A timeout by Chery Tiggo. As, by the way, we are also being watched live over on One Sports and also on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. We've had 5 deadlocks here in set number 1, which has made it a close one.
Well, you know, this match is arguably one of the most anticipated matchups because of the seeding.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I mean, it could go either way. It's in spite of what happened in Iloilo.
Yeah. Actually, Chery Tiggo had a win-loss record of 5 wins and 6 losses. Tied with Farm Fresh and Nakari, pero nagkaiba lang, nagkatalo dun sa points based on the sets won.
Yeah.
Which is why they have this matchup against the Flying Titans. And Adorador will give Chery Tiggo the lead. So it's back and forth here in our opening set.
Yeah, she doesn't get a lot of sets, Shaya, but so far, I think she's 100%.
Yeah.
Is she?
Well, she now has 5 points.
5 points, yeah.
18 serving 17. Over received. Oh, but Adorador couldn't take advantage. That's a bit close. Ball is still up. Nunag. Galang had to kneel. Play continues. Ponce will bump set it to Rondina.
Oh.
Galang with a save. And again, Adorador targeting the long ball. Oh, but Choco Mucho able to save it.
Still alive!
And it's still playable. Incredible play on both ends, saving the ball. And it's still up and running. Wow, and the 1-2.
Oh! What a rally dip!
Wow. Look at this first. The hustle. Rondina saving it almost a point. But Nabor and the pancake save. And then the cherry on top of that play was the 1-2. And the crossovers are now up by 2 points. It's Coach Dante's turn to call for time.
Hey, okay, patay na tayo, ha? Pag-isip ko ka, ha? Hey, pag-isip ko ka, ha? Bago po tayo, di tayo. Okay, go, 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 go. Huwag ko pa sa yan, ha?
Timeout called by the Flying Titans who find themselves down by 2 points.
But you know that last point, really, Jasmine Nabor kept that ball alive and got the point for Chery.
Regalo para kay Pauline Gaston, who puts Chery Tiggo up by 3 at the 20-point mark.
They are liking this 3-point advantage. Talking about Chery.
It's been a game of runs, Noreen. Countering each other. Galang with a serve. Alba had to go back. Rondina, that's picked up by Nierva. Nabor goes for the attack. Yeah, the right thing in mind, but it went out.
Well, good effort though. You know, that's why Coach Norman tapped the services of Jasmine Nabor, because she has that. She has that. She is an attacking setter.
Now we saw her went for that attack early in the set.
And we know she's no stranger to pressure.
Correct. This time she will set up the play to Gaston. General with a save. Santiago Manabat with a put away.
Yeah, that's a smart setting by Alba. Really changing things up, you know, creating that element of surprise. Although it's not surprising that what Santiago Manabat is attacking. But yeah, I mean, her percentages are really high.
Nabor goes back to Gaston. Cici with a save. Battle at the net. It's back with Choco Mucho. They transfer to Santiago Manabat, who breaks the block and ties this game up at 20 all.
You know, that is really, you will see the importance of a Santiago Manabat in your starting roster, right? I mean, when CC at the back is at the back, you have a go-to, another go-to is Santiago Manabat.
What did we say about runs? Choco Mucho, 3-0. All squared up at 20 all. Play continues. Good net defense by the Flying Titans. Oh! A dangerous play there as Galang and Gaston colliding.
But they are okay, which is a, you know, a sigh of relief for all the fans.
Let's take a look at what happened there. Both of them going after it. The attack was short for Galang, who was obviously bothered by that collision, and we're just glad that both of them are okay.
Yeah, I mean,
and no one got hurt.
When you look at that slow-mo, it's obviously intended for Ara Galang. So a coach should tell your players, don't move back.
Yeah.
You know, when you're trying to attack, move forward.
Chery Tiggo putting in Jules Samonte for a changeup. They went to her twice, but on the second one it was out, and Choco Mucho continues this late comeback.
Oh, that was a quick substitution by Coach Norman.
Oh, even Bicar was in that sequence. Bicar and Samonte will head out.
And what a time for Choco Mucho actually to grab the lead.
Yeah. 5-point turnaround. Another pickup. Back row for Rondina. Short on that off speed, which ends or stops the bleeding on the side of Chery Tiggo.
Well, the set was far. You know, you have to realize where you are inside the court. Maybe a little closer to the attack line, that would have gone in.
Shaya Adorador with a serve. Back set to Santiago Manabat. Sent back by the blockers of Chery Tiggo. Molde high up. Robles was there for the pickup. Galang. Ponce with a dive. Nunag with a hammer to put Choco Mucho back up by 2.
That's a great set by Mars Alban, using everyone in the front row. And finally, in the middle, Nunag puts it away.
Oh, we see the entry of Des Cheng for the first time in this game. And one of their better servers.
Yeah. But what a journey also for Des Cheng, battling injuries.
That was in. Robles able to score one for Chery Tiggo.
Well, we did pose that challenge to Robles. She has been silent the past 3 games. She needs a breakout game.
That's only her second point. But something that could fire them up late here in set number 1. We also see Angela Nunag, who did not see action in their matchup against Choco Mucho
She is a
in Iloilo.
serve specialist. We're used to seeing her as a libero.
Right. In her days with Army.
Yeah.
Good serve.
Yeah.
Ponce goes left to Molde. And that's the floor defense that Nunag brings. Robles, her attack slowed down. Alba looks at the options, goes to Din. And it drops for Santiago Manabat. And Choco Mucho is at set point.
Well, how huge has Santiago Manabat been here in the first set? Really, when you need a point, it's not only CC.
As the crowd goes wild with the entry of Royce Tobino. And at the service line, Dina Wong.
Well, they're ahead by 2 points here with set point.
Service is in. Jasmine with a setup. The block, and it drops. As Choco Mucho takes set number 1.
Well, you gotta love the response of Choco Mucho. They were trailing majority of the first set, but towards the 20s, they grabbed the lead and they never looked back.
Perfect bunot para kay Coach Dante Alinsunurin as Royce Tobino sent that one back for the set 1 win of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. 25-22. We'll be back with the second set right after this.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Well, we appreciate your company here in the Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference's match between Choco Mucho Flying Titans and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. The entire first set, it looked like Chery had control. You know, after starting out pretty slow, they came back and kept keeping that three-point advantage. Dip did mention it. Runs came in spurts, and towards the end, towards the 20s, we saw that run by Choco Mucho. Care of course, great setting by Mars Alba, Cici Rondina, and Santiago Manabat. But, you know, they came together at the right time towards the end of that first set, and they were able to win.
Right, the comeback complete for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans in set number 1, 25-22, as we take a look at the numbers of how they got that first set.
Yeah, that's how close this first set was. 16-13 in attacks, blocks by 1, aces by 1, errors even at 6. But really, I feel that what you said was right. It was the spurts, and when Choco Mucho grabbed the lead, they knew how to protect it. It looked like a more mature Choco Mucho. That's
Correct.
what people are saying this conference. You see Choco Mucho playing more, patient as well.
The leading scorers of this match, Rondina with 8, Adorador with 4. But if you're the Crossovers, you have to be pleased as well with how you started this game. They had their chances and even got the lead at points in the game. As we welcome you all to set number 2 here on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco together with Noreen Gol calling this match. And Lexi Rodriguez is at the sidelines. Pauline Gaston will get the first point for Chery Tiggo.
I feel that's what Chery Tiggo lacked in the first set. They played smart, towards the start we saw a lot of drops, but they need to get the middles involved. You need an Abby Marano or Pauline Gaston. You have to give them their set so that you create better opportunities for the wing hitters.
As we saw that point for Chery Tiggo on the service ace by Ara Galang. This time picked up by Choco Mucho.
Good dig.
That is kept up by Robles. The bump to Adorador, straight to Molde. Alba goes to Dindin again. And it's going to be a point for Santiago Manabat.
This is a smart hit. She went over the blockers.
As we get the support from Lexi Rodriguez. Lexi?
Well, Dipinarine, let me just say that first set, Loki felt like a 5th set. But one thing's for sure, the Chery Tiggo Crossovers have had a better start compared to the first match against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Sipag, Tiyaga, at Tiwala, that's just a few of the reminders that the coaching staff told the players before the set started. But yung Sipag at Tiyaga, sinabi rin yan sa akin ni Jazz Nabor. After some time off recovering from a muscle strain, she's back in the starting lineup earlier today. She's ready to bring a fresh dynamic, and that's what they're actually looking for this time around. Sa totoo lang, I think you guys were able to see that, they were able to bring that fresh perspective. They're looking to set the tempo differently and keep the offense flowing, and they did that first thing at the start of the first set. However, as I mentioned, and as their coaches know, yun talagang consistency yung sakit ng Chery Tiggo. Now, what do you think about that, Dipanarin?
Well, thank you, Lexi. As well, the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, as we mentioned, they have to be consistent with the runs that they're doing, which they showed us in set number 1. So that's, again, a good sign for the Crossovers.
Yeah, obviously the talent is undeniable for Chery. But again, a new coach, so different styles, but they look like they're getting better and better this conference.
Yung consistent so far, yung mga entrance ni Lexi sa reports,
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
I like the last one. Thank you, yung front act, Mylene pa.
Oo, kasama pa yung players ng Chery Tiggo. Jaime Hernandez there. Joy Mika Gande.
Front act.
Choco Mucho gets the lead back here, 4-3. Robles popped up by Nunag. Alba goes to Santiago Manabat. Yerva able to get there on time. Galang. That drops for Ara Galang.
Yeah, classic approach by Ara Galang. Squared, straight. And that whip, that's so classic Ara Galang.
Pauline Gaston serving for the Crossovers. They go back to Din. A block and a point for Chery Tiggo, who gets the lead here. As we check out this block of the set brought to you by... Oh, but first, this challenge brought to you by Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Before we make it official, let's see.
Boss.
Wait a minute, says the coaching staff of the Flying Titans.
But the ball did land inside, so
Yeah.
I'm actually curious to see. Antenna.
Antenna touch, yung challenge na hinihingi ng Flying Titans.
So what they're saying is when Santiago Manabat hit that ball, it hit the blockers and the ball touched the antenna.
Well, let's see. They might have had a better look at that one. And a challenge called by the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, who are hoping that this falls into their favor. Nope.
It touched the net, it didn't touch the antenna.
So an unsuccessful challenge for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Gaston will continue to serve for the Crossovers. We're now up 5-4. That's a save by Galang. Nabor goes to Robles. That's wide.
Well, we have to say wasted opportunity. You know, you had an open look. You don't want to go for too tough hits.
Yeah.
You know, just keep it in play, put it inside your opponent's court.
Saktuhan mo lang.
Yeah.
5-all in set number 2. Nabor had no choice but to set it over.
Oh, what a dig.
Incredible save coming from Nierva. Oh, Robles this time with a tough look at that, able to keep it in.
Yeah, with the help of the net, we have to say, but they will take it.
Lead back with Chery Tiggo, 6-5. Alba had to run after that ball to set it up to Molde, but it's long and out. Then Chery Tiggo now up by 2.
Well, the question is, if you're Chery, we know that you can create these leads. How do you protect it?
Right.
Right. That's the challenge.
And that's what Lexi reported about the consistency of being able to lead. Medyo nabitin dun si Pecania. Galang, her attack picked up. Molde with the approach.
Good
Oh,
save.
Nierva has been providing solid floor defense. And her former teammate in NU, Ces Robles, getting that point as we go to the first technical timeout.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
This block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. That won by Ces Robles against Dindin Santiago Manabat. Head on.
Well, that's a case of David versus Goliath, and David prevailing. What a great time block by Robles.
Crossovers up by 3 as Nabor will serve but send it short.
If you remember, technical timeouts do favor Choco Mucho. So if you're Chery, you gotta get your serves in.
6 serving 8. Nabor back sets to Galang. Molde with a pickup. Rondina with a push. Back with the black shirt. Ces again. Denied by Pecanya.
I love the celebration after that. That swag.
As we take a look at another block of the set brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference. The walk of confidence after that rejection for Lorraine Pecanya. They're down by 1. Another block.
Our defense working for Choco Mucho.
Which forces Coach Norman Miguel to call a timeout as we have a tied game at 8-all.
Okay na padaanin mo na kay Ate. Meron tayong training na nati-check out. Isang gawa na pagbababang gawa tula. Okay, naintindihan. Cover na tayo sa ilalim.
Timeout called there by the Crossovers as the blocking of Choco Mucho has been working, which is why we are tied at 8-all.
Back-to-back blocks by Choco Mucho. They want to keep it at 3. The lead of Chery will be at 3, then we will make our run.
Oh, for both teams, no? Ganun yung nangyayari. Nabor goes to Galang. Another block. There's a wall on the side of Choco Mucho that Chery Tiggo cannot break at the moment. In the name of Lorraine Pecanya.
Great read. But again, you know, you need, that's why for Chery, what we're saying is you need to get your middles their touches because you have to sell. You have to sell these combination plays.
And Rondina fires one up off the block. As the Flying Titans are on a 5-0 run. And Rondina now has 10 points.
And when Choco Mucho comes up with a run, you know, they kind of know how to protect their lead. We saw it towards the end of the first set.
And then the Chery Tiggo Crossovers unable to send it back. So the drought continues for the Crossovers, which is what they're trying to avoid.
Well, they're hoping Alina Bicar would be more successful in terms of orchestrating their offense.
Service in for Molde. They go to Galang, and it goes through for Ara Galang.
Oh, you got to give it to Shaya Adorador. Perfect pass.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Great combination play for Chery. Need to go to that more.
9 serving 11, Robles. Alba. Tough set. Robles able to send it back. She picks it up again. Adorador. Rondina was there. The attack by Alba doesn't work. Ponce bumping it. Nierva with a steady save. That's a bit tight. And Bicar couldn't do much for Abby Maranyo.
Well, she tried to keep that ball alive. It's just too near the net, so she was bothered. But, you know, again, Chery just have to be patient. You
Yeah.
know, the opportunities will come. You need to polish your connections, obviously.
As we see the entry of Seth Rodriguez, replacing their captain, Abby Maraño. The rookie, Lorraine Pecaña, will be the one to serve for Choco Mucho, 12-9. She's got 3 blocks already for a total of 4 points. Galang on a smart drop, now with 8 points.
Yeah, she's known to be able to find those holes, those open looks.
Sabi niyo rin, di na naisahan ako dun. Seth Rodriguez serving 10-12. Good first ball by Molde. Alba goes to the running Nunag. Picar was able to save it. Galang again with a point.
Back-to-back points for Chery. That's what you want to see. You know, these substitutions, you want them to work.
Yeah.
Right, so Coach Norman can actually try to use up his bench players.
Down by only 1 are the crossovers. Alba goes back to Nunag. Saved by Bicar. And that is out. The Dorador tried to find the opening. But the Chery Tiggo Crossovers will challenge.
It looked far, but we shall see. That's why the challenge system is there.
Asking for a block touch. Chery Tiggo Crossovers hoping to get a set against the Flying Titans, who beat them last week in an out-of-town game, Pasig City, Iloilo. That was the final game of the elimination round.
Yeah.
And they meet again a week after. So I don't know if that helps na you're scouting against the same team, diba? Hindi mo kailangan magbago ng
What are the
game
odds?
plan, but in a way, obviously there are adjustments made, which we saw in the lineup.
Yeah. What are the odds that they played each other and they're playing each other again?
Was there a block touch?
No. Fingers did not move.
Yeah. Close, but not quite. As an unsuccessful challenge for Chery Tiggo.
Yeah, I mean, then you say Chery made a mini run, but then that error, how costly will it be?
Play continues. Alba tosses to Rondina. That's out. One of the few times that Rondina has made an error in this game.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking at the stats, no, her efficiency not the best in the league, although she piles up the points. But so far today, we have to say, just a few errors for Rondina.
Another good first ball from Molde leads to the Nunag attack. And Nierva unable to get there on time.
Good effort, though. Blocking of Chery. They need to work double time. They want to create some stops at the net.
The car goes middle. Attack of Gaston sent back. They transfer to Adorador. Off the block and out.
It's a 1-point game. But you can sense, no, here in this middle part, it's the game kind of slowed down. The pace is kind of slow here.
Medyo gapang for both teams to get some points in. Adorador has 7 points to her name. She only had 2 in their last game when they faced Choco Mucho last week. Santiago Manabat, though, has been on point with 8 points already, tying her output last time they saw each other.
you love the attitude of Santiago Manabat. Imagine her talent. She comes to Choco Mucho, she could, would come off the bench,
Yeah.
but she embraces her role, right? Like now, she's a option for the setters.
And has taken advantage of it. Another attack error. It went out for Robles, which brings us to the second technical timeout.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Get your daily dose of sports updates on Starting Lineup Mondays to Fridays at 6:30 p.m. live on the Pilipinas Live app and on One News. And also available on One Sports and One Sports Plus, where we give you conversations on everything sports as we take a look at Cat Tolentino and Jam Ferrer in attendance, of course, to support their squad.
Here we go.
Robles again picked up. Brondina from the back. Adorador pops it up. Vicar with a bump set back to Robles.
Good dig.
CC with a save. Molde will try and score.
Again, what a confidence Isa Molde is having.
We mentioned coming into this game, 98 points in the conference. 3 points in the game, but she's done a lot in defending as well.
Yeah, both floor defense and blocking.
Yeah.
And I remember I got to talk to her a couple conferences ago because I knew her from UP, right?
Yes, correct.
She said her problem really is more psychological than anything, no? Because talent is there. But so far, I mean, you like the progress of Isa Molde.
She is showing out here, helping her team, which is why they're up by 4. Robles again, blocked. Oses had no choice but to give up a free ball. Molde on the drop. Galang picks it up. Ses again. Running out of gas, but able to find a check ball. And you can see kind of gassed out.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy. I mean, Choco Mucho has been blocking so well, so she needs to keep trying, and finally she gets a point, but they're still down.
14 serving 17. Alba with a tough one-hand set, but Dindin will reward her for her effort.
Santiago Manabat. Not the best of sets, but she gets the point nonetheless.
And again, the same substitution we saw towards the end of set number 1. Dina Wong and Royce Tobino, who got that final point via a block.
That will have to wait.
Yeah. As Chery Tiggo calls for a timeout.
Timing, paunahin nyo siyang tumalon, saka kayo tumalon, ma-positive block natin ng maayos, okay na. Naintindihan. Hey, Alina, ito naman. O sige, sabihin natin, nandito lang napupunta yung bola, pero dito lang umaabot yung set mo. Mahihirapan talaga dumiskarte din yung ano. And then, yung ganun, ready naman tayo sa back row. Let's go, let's go. Let's get momentum. Let's get momentum. Ayan o. Chery!
know, the irony of that timeout is Coach Norman has acknowledged the fact that the passing is not perfect. So
Yeah.
he said, hanggang dito lang yung bola. But he has confidence in Bicar.
Yeah.
You gotta set it. You gotta find a way.
That's why she is being fielded in. Tried to go for the 1-2. This time sets up Robles. Bicar with a push. Rondina read that one. Right on time for a Royce Tubino attack.
That's how focused these players are coming off the bench, ready to hit. Scoring a point, Royce Tubino.
You can see Chery Tiggo having a tough time figuring it out here. At this part of the second set, Nabor is back on the floor. Tina Wong continues to serve 19-14.
Oh, good pass.
It's a better first ball. Nabor goes back to Robles, but again, the net defense present. Says again, it goes through. General with a save. Dina goes to Rondina. Jasmine back to Cess, and Robles finally breaks the wall.
Then you know why she's always huffing and puffing. She needs more than one attempt to get the point. But it is what it is. We did acknowledge that blocking of Choco Mucho.
Robles has 7 points. Nabor will serve 15-19. Oh, but couldn't get it over. And not what you need if you're Chery Tiggo, because you're now down by 5 points. And that puts Choco Mucho 5 points away from getting a 2-set advantage.
I was gonna say Chery needs a run right now.
Oh, and an ace as the players scrambling on the side of the crossovers. That's Isa Molde.
Doing a little bit of everything for Choco Mucho. Good attempt though, good effort by Chery.
Lead slowly increasing.
Overpass.
Regalo saved by Nierva. Free ball given up. Chance here for Choco Mucho. Wong sets up CC. And they have to set it over as it ricocheted back to Rondina, which counts as a touch. The dive by General. Chance here for Chery Tiggo.
Still alive.
Nabor back sets to Galang.
Oh!
Much needed point for the crossovers as Galang will get her 10th point, surpassing her total in their previous game.
Boy, did you see that whip? Again, no? It's like we're watching her. I said it earlier. It's like we're watching her when she's still playing for La Salle.
16-21. Oh, look at that move by Rondina, but play continues. And a floor touch challenge by Choco Mucho. Rondina was saying na lumapag na yung bola.
Yeah, I think that's a good challenge. It didn't look like a good pancake save. I'm looking at the smile of Jen Nierva. It's like, it's a good save? No.
We'll see. Floor touch challenge ang inihingi ng Choco Mucho.
And CC Rondina will not have it. It's like she was already walking.
Yeah.
The coach down there. Oh no, that was the point.
I'm not sure what Ponce is doing there. She and Isa Molde. Yep, that is indeed a floor touch. Lumapag na.
Great form, though. We have to say that's a great dive by Jen Nierva. Oh, Regina Rocha. Tap to serve.
And that's the poll will enter for the crossovers. Both teams making some changes. Arocha waiting for the whistle. It's 22-16.
Biggest lead for Choco Mucho.
Back set to Galang. Arocha with a save. Tobino on the attack. Picked up by Nabor. Yerba with a setup. And Ara will score.
Yeah, we did mention that at the top of the coverage. She is the consistent one, the constant for Chery, and she's just fighting. That's what you love about Ara Galang. She's just playing with a lot of heart.
Yeah. Seth Rodriguez at the service line. 17-22 is the score. Wong, tough set, and that will not count. That's not good for Choco Mucho.
She's trying to get as creative as she can get. She had something to say. It's just down to 4.
Rodriguez again serving. Wong on the setup to Nunag, and it's kept up. It's back with Choco Mucho. A redo, they go to Rondina. Players going after it. Galang on the runner.
Oh, good save.
Molde keeps it alive. So does Napol. Nabor sets up Adorador. And
still alive.
Back and forth we go. Shaya. No. Cici. Oh, the ball able to reach through. Another long rally alert. Rondina. And finally it drops.
Oh, that deserves a standing ovation. What a rally by both these teams. What about the ball? Keeping the ball alive. Look at that.
And that one, the attack coming from Rondina. As the Choco Mucho crowd celebrates their team 2 points away from taking a 2-set advantage. The starters back on the floor with Alba and Santiago Manabat.
And for me, this is the strongest rotation of Choco Mucho.
And Ara Galang will get that one. The one keeping them pretty much in this game. Now with 12 points.
Yeah. Agree to what you just said, Dip.
She will have to work from the back. Serving 19-23. Alba goes to Rondina, the push. Again, the ball. Right there. On time. Off the block. Adorador will score. It cut the lead down to 3.
They need a run. Yeah, Chery.
So let's see here. Choco Mucho calls for a timeout.
Spacing pag wala, may tao ko naman dito. Ha? Ayun lang, one good pass na naman yan. Importante lang. Ay, pasa lang. Lagi na pasa. Ha? Pasa. Go, 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 go.
Hey, Choco Mucho!
Timeout called here by the Flying Titans, who want to make sure that they are able to hold off this run mounted by Chery Tiggo.
Well, they need tough serves. That's one.
Alba goes to Santiago Manabat, sent back by Jasmine Nabor. And the run continues for the Crossovers, who are only down by a couple of points.
Yeah, that's a huge stop, much needed. Actually, it was a team, even Gaston got a hand at that.
A 3-0 run by the Crossovers, make that 4 straight points after that service ace by Ara Galang.
She is literally doing it all for Chery, Ara Galang, even from the service area. What a serve.
just when you thought that Choco Mucho was on the verge of getting this set, Chery Tiggo right back at it. Set back. Rondina will try.
Oh, good
Saved
save.
by Galang, who's doing everything right now. Another chance for Choco Mucho. They go to Rondina. And again, Galang. What a save. One more time. And it's playable. Oh, but it sails out. There's a couple of crossovers going after that ball. It was tough for them.
Well, I think they're gonna challenge. Are they gonna challenge that?
To calculate, but Aragalang.
Aragalang. Capital A, capital G. Aragalang. What a
Sweeping
game.
the floor for the crossovers. You like the fight for her and her team towards the end of this set.
Yeah, and that's what you want, you know. You were trailing the entire set, but towards the end, you're putting pressure on Choco Mucho.
But might be a case of too little, too late.
Will be delayed pagka nag-buzzer na.
Okay po, sige po.
Yeah, that's a warning because they did press the buzzer, then they decided not to challenge. Oh!
Choco Mucho at set point. They get a chance to set up their play. They go to Santiago Manabat, who went for that push off the blockers of Chery Tiggo, and it drops out. And the Flying Titans get set number 2.
She improvised. We have to say Santiago Manabat, not the greatest of sets, but still got that set point for Choco Mucho.
And that is the IQ of a veteran. Din Santiago Manabat. And the Choco Mucho Flying Titans now up 2-0. We'll give you set number 3 after the break.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Jerseys. Sino may gusto ng Fabriano drive-in jerseys, itaas ang kamay. Get ready for the Fabriano Appliances Slingshot. Marami kaming pamimigay ng Fabriano drive-in jerseys given away by Fabriano Appliances. Taas ang kamay sa gusto ng Fabriano drive-in jerseys. Sa ating mga players, kung papayagan kayo ni Coach, pwede nyo ring itry ang ating slingshot. All right, last one. Last drive-in jersey. All right, thank you so much, Fabriano, the official home and commercial partner of the PVL.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig. And the Choco Mucho Flying Titans are now up 2-0 and are 1 set away from moving on to the quarterfinals. Let's take a look at the highlights of what happened there. A slow start for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers in that set, Noreen, but then towards the end, they got their banks going. Aragalang with her defense and offense helped them get back in the game, but the lead was too much and a little too late for the Crossovers as Choco Mucho got that set.
Yeah, I mean, we have to say, Chery Tiggo gave chase towards the end, and that's what you want coming into the third set. A bit of momentum coming to the third set. If you look at the numbers, they actually out-attacked Choco Mucho 15-12. But the defense at the net, 3 blocks, and the time that those 3 blocks happened kind of helped them build the lead, and 9 errors for Chery. I mean, that did them in, really. You did mention Aragalang. What a performance. What a game by Aragalang in all aspects, right? Serve, defense, offense. But it can't be just Aragalang. We pose that challenge to Chery, the top of the coverage. Who's going to support? A little bit of Princess Robles, but the rest, the middles have to, they have to get the middles involved.
Right.
I don't see Seth Rodriguez. They didn't give her any set. So they need to change that.
And Aragalang now has 13 points.
13 only.
And a lot of saves as well. And Rondina on the other side continues to lead the Flying Titans with 12 points, followed by Santiago Manabat with 10. Pecania with 4. Also, Isa Molde with 4 points. Para naman sa Chery Tiggo, up behind Galang, you have Shai Adorador with 8 points and Ces Robles with 7. As we are all set to begin set number 3 here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on the Pilipinas Live app. Dip Dipianco with Noreen Go calling this match. Lexi Rodriguez will give us another update in this set. The question is, can Chery Tiggo extend this game? Or will Choco Mucho advance to the quarterfinals after this one?
Good rally to start the third set.
And that one, the first point, none other than Aragalang.
Boy, Aragalang really trying to literally carry her team in this match. But Des Cheng gets the nod to start set number 3.
CC. Oh, that is sent back.
Another good start for Chery. We saw that, in the second set. They had a good start, but they're not able to sustain that lead. One thing they want to correct here in set number 3, because they have to win this to force a fourth.
Yet again, that consistency issue. Good save by Nierva. Robles. Cheng was there to pick it up. CC. Nabor saves it. Galang again. That's out. Will they challenge?
Doesn't seem like it.
They won't. So point goes to Choco Mucho. And chance for us to go to Lexi for this report. Go ahead, Lexi.
Thanks, Dip and Noreen. This is just going to be a quick report, but I'll just give an update on Isa Molde, who is not on the lineup for this third set, at the start of this third set. But I got to speak with her. She said there's just a bit of tightness on her left calf, nothing too serious. Just a bit in pain kapag binibiingan ng pite nila. But it's nothing serious. We're hoping to see more action from her. She just ate a banana, and hopefully that's going to give extra strength for her. And we're hoping to see more action from her this time around. Back to you guys.
And that is Isa Molde. If you're wondering who was that.
Isa Molde.
And iwas cramps, no? Of course. But let's hope that she is fine and able to return in this game if needed. Rodina has got her covered in the meantime.
But you like that. I mean, it's giving Des Cheng an opportunity to get more playing time, because it's not easy coming off an injury. To try to come back into this league. I mean, everyone's getting better.
Right. Galang That is wide. We are tied at 3-all.
We have to say that's 2 lucky breaks for Choco Mucho. First, Dindin Santiago Manabat was out of position, but the ball went out.
Yeah.
This time, Mars Alba couldn't get a hand at it.
Oh!
Went out.
And Chery Rondina with the help of the net.
And she will take it, which is why we always say the setters have to have an eye on the ball.
Service ace to put Choco Mucho up by 1. Adorador, that is blocked.
Net defense working, and don't look now, you know, after, that's what we said. Chery will start strong, but they cannot sustain the lead. Now a 2-point lead on the other hand for Choco Mucho.
And it's the cherries of Choco Mucho getting back-to-back points.
Right.
A good attack coming from Adorador.
Again, no, we want to see some sets to the middles.
We haven't seen that much of plays for the crossovers. 4-5 is the score. Alba sets up Cheng. Galang sends it back. They go back to Ada, and Galang will score.
She does have the hot hands, but you need the, you know, not give her all of the sets.
And she's got 16 points already for Chery Tiggo. As we take a look at Isa Molde, right behind Lut Malaluan. On the bench of Choco Mucho, Alba goes middle. Good read by Gaston. And unable to connect.
Well, great response by Chery. Rallying behind Aragalang, they now have a 1-point lead.
Seth Rodriguez now continues to serve for Chery Tiggo. 6-5 here in set 3.
Good serve.
Alba back sets. Much better attack for Santiago Manabat, who goes down the line.
They call it good. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, they called it good. So that attack by Santiago Manabat clipped the line.
Tied at 6-all. Oh, popped up by Rondina. That attack of Aragalang. CC goes for the attack.
Good dig.
Gaston able to score, which is what we've been saying, right? To go to the middles.
You have to, you know, create that element of surprise, and also for combination plays to work, you need your middles to be part of that.
That's one adjustment that Chery Tiggo made in this game, putting Gaston back at the middle after playing as a winger in their last matchup against Choco Mucho. A block coming from Shaya Adorador, and Chery Tiggo are first to this technical timeout. They're up by 2. This block of the set is brought to you by East West Bank, the official bank of the PVL All-Filipino Conference.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
UAAP Season 87 is live and exclusive here on Signal. Watch it all live on the UAAP Varsity Channel, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live, because legends start here. And the UAAP games done. Both NU and UST, their men's and volleyball teams, winning their respective matches earlier. As we turn our attention right now, the PVL, Gaston keeps the scoring for Chery Tiggo, and they're now up by 3.
Yeah, that's 2 points now for Pauline Gaston. Again, no, you're spreading out your offense. That's what you want to see from Chery Gaston with a slide.
9-6. Alba tosses it to Cheng, and Robles couldn't get it or control that one as Cheng gets her first point off the bench.
Yeah, she was caught flat-footed there. You can see that she got stuck. Just one more step, she would have gotten that. But yeah, I mean, Des Cheng gets her first kill. That's what you want to see from Des Cheng.
Dindin Santiago Manabat on 10 points on 10 attacks. The 1-2 for Jasmine Nabor converts.
You're actually surprised no blockers went up for that. Right, yeah, I know, but Jasmine Nabor, when she's in front and there's kind of an overpass, expect her to go for it. That's one thing Pecania's got to learn.
Yep. Lead back to 3 points for Chery Tiggo. Adorador with that serve. Alba goes to Santiago Manabat, popped up by Shaya. Jasmine, that's a bit low for Gaston. She wants another, but they go to Robles instead. Ponce saves it. Back row attack for Rondina.
Oh, good dig.
Saved by Nierva. Easy over, chance. Free ball, Alba to Cheng. Ponce for the cover. Rondina again on the off speed.
Chance
Still nothing.
Yeah, chance for Chery.
Nabor will attack.
Oh.
Dindin with a save. Rally continues. Pecania, yes! After a long rally, she gets that point for Choco Mucho.
Yeah, you know, we have to say that rally, everyone in Choco Mucho's side got a touch. Everyone. And Pecania actually gets the point.
5 points now for Lorraine Pecania. But still, their team down by 2 points. Chery Tiggo making it hard for Choco Mucho to get those points in this set. Then Gaston gets another one. She's been heating up in this set number 3.
Well, she's accepting the fact that, you know, you give me the set, I'm going to score. It can't be just Aragalang, which is a good sign for Chery.
Pauline Gaston serving 11-8.
Good serve.
Alba goes to Rondina. Cici powers it through.
Yeah, you know, the blockers were actually there, but if they're not well established, you need to penetrate that net. Try to push the ball down, you can see. But Cici, of course, is playing it smart.
Yeah.
Using the blockers in hand.
15 points now for Cici Rondina. Good first ball by Robles. They go middle. Rodriguez saved by Cheng. Nabor will transfer to Robles. There's a check.
Yeah, I think that was on Nunag.
And the crossovers able to hold on to this 3-point lead as we approach the halfway mark of this set. Alba goes to Nunag. Good save by Nabor. Galang. That's an easy pickup by Alba. They go to her on the attack. Adorador was there. Rodriguez again. Nunag caught touching the net.
Yeah, Chery Tiggo doing a good job here in this third set, trying to maintain this lead.
13-39.
Coach Dante trying to figure it out here as his team down by 4 points. 13-9. Good read. Last second ditch by Desiree Cheng.
Even Santiago Manabat wasn't sure.
10 serving 13. It's Alba on deck to serve. 10 points now for Choco Mucho. It's a good serve.
Yeah.
Rodriguez. Cheng. Alba back sets to Din and nobody home for the coverage.
Yeah, that's a huge stop for Chery. Again, this is the strongest rotation offensively for Chery and for Choco Mucho, and they get the block.
So the crossovers able to assert themselves at the net.
Yep.
Helping them out here with a 4-point lead. Nunag, though, with a quick one.
Yeah, making up for her previous errors.
Still no sign of Isa Molde. She's warming up at the bench. Earlier, she was sitting down with a report from Lexi saying that her left calf was a bit tight. Let's see if she'll be able to return here. Galang! Oh, Bia General just standing there. Standing on business. Chance here for Choco Mucho. Santiago Manabat.
Oh, what a
Nierba
stop.
with a good save. Adorador. Cheng was there for the pickup. Din again. This time it drops.
Oh, we have to say that was a perfect setup by Mars Alba.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan.
What effort though by the liberos, no?
Yeah.
Jen Nierva.
She's been playing well.
Yeah.
Able to deliver it to Nabor, but a miscue ends up as a high free ball. The running spike.
Oh!
And the hesitation on the side of Chery Tiggo gives Din that point as the Flying Titans cut the lead down to 1. And the crossovers calling for time.
What's your energy, guys?
Paano ba usapan doon? Tutuloy or hindi? Ano nga?
Stress po.
Oo.
Pero yun nga, tumuloy na yun, na-block na yun.
Tara na, sige, kalimutan na yan. Kalimutan na yan, ha?
Go lang.
Basahin lang natin. Compose lang ulit.
Ito naman tayo.
Yeah! Kaya mo na magsama-sama dyan.
Focus, Chery!
Timeout called by Coach Norman Miguel, asking for the commitment on that ball because it was right there. Nasa harap nila eh. Just a couple of steps, but nobody committing to it.
Yeah, and asking, communication is key. I mean, you do it in practice. Tutuloy or hindi.
Yeah. Nabor back sets to Galang, the hot hand. Steady save by Mars Alba. They go back row to CC. Robles with a save. Galang. Oh, Cheng able to send it back.
Well, that was too near the net. I mean, Ara Galang, as talented as she is, so out of position.
Now we are tied at 14 all. Sharp
What a
serve by
serve.
Rondina. Galang won't be denied this time.
Yeah, that was a better setup. We have to say better setup for Chery and Galang. I mean, if you can create these opportunities for Ara Galang, she will score.
$17 points for Ara Galang. But more importantly, Chery Tiggo able to keep this lead. Rodriguez with that serve. Pump set to Cheng.
Oh, what a dig.
Saved by Robles. Adorador waits for it. Denied. Alba was there. Ponce tosses it. Then Cheng able to chase. They keep the ball up.
Oh,
Still playable. Galang will try. Off the block. This time gets the better of that matchup with Cheng, which will bring us to the second technical timeout as the crossovers up by 2.
Bitin na kaya sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
SB Finance ang BFF na malalapitan. Enjoying the action inside the Phil Sports Arena as we take a look at our Pilipinas Live question of the game. Which spiker will lead her team to the quarterfinals? Will it be CC Rondina or Ara Galang? It's been a good matchup for both of these players.
And look at the output. Ara Galang actually outscoring CC Rondina today. CC Rondina is actually second overall in terms of scoring. Ara Galang 7th. So, I mean, it's a great performance by Ara Galang.
So 255 points now for CC Rondina in the conference. For Ara Galang, 167.
You did the math.
Yep. Sheng answers back. That's been an ongoing matchup. Sheng and Galang have been the options for both teams.
Yeah.
1 point game, 15-16.
Dangerous 1 point.
They go back to Galang. This time slowed down. CC with a bump set. Santiago Manabat back with the purple shirts. Din tries.
Oh, what a dig.
Robles picks it up. Galang. Rondina with a save. She goes for the attack, but Nabor able to dig. Shaya. High up. Oh, Alba. Medyo malayo yung pinanggalingan doon, but able to keep it in play. Combination.
Hard-earned point for Chery, you have to say.
Adorador with the exclamation point on that. And not much Choco Mucho could do to stop it.
Well, again, the challenge of Chery. How do you protect this lead?
With the likes of Santiago Manabat who are ready to score.
Well, you gotta have a couple of stops here if you're Chery. And you know, if the crowd is getting into it, you know what is happening. Dina Wong and Honey Royce Tabino.
16 serving 17. The attack from Gaston. That connects.
Yeah, you like that connection. We already saw it in this third set alone. Pauline Gaston, numerous attempts, numerous points.
Pauline Gaston now with 7 points. And a 2-point lead for Chery Tiggo. Wong sets up Tubino. Kept alive by Chery Tiggo. Galang. Ponce was there. We go to Pecaña. Again, Yerva to cover the floor for Chery Tiggo, and Robles puts it away.
Well, this is a much more comfortable 3-point lead for Chery.
And Coach Dante calls for time.
Okay, ulit tayo tayo, magandang pasa lang tayo, diskarte na tayo. Then guys, yung break point natin, sipagan natin, lalo yung up to spikers lang, ha? Then pag may umiikot, sumigaw yung dalawang wing kasi yung dalawang yung middle, di alam ang gagawin. Ha? Okay, sige, go.
Hey, Choco Mucho!
Timeout called by the Flying Titans as they find themselves behind by 3 points. And Chery Tiggo with their backs against the wall, fighting for survival in this game.
Well, if you're Choco Mucho, you don't want a fourth set. You want to end this in 3. But it's a great set for Chery, you have to say. So you see the adjustments they made, getting Pauline Gaston active.
Oh, it's a good serve. A service ace delivered by Shaya Dorador, and Chery Tiggo are now up by 4.
That's a great serve. They needed that. Look at that placement. Right in between 2 Flying Titans.
Again! Good serve, this time sent over by Choco Mucho. Gaston with a running hit. Oh, what a time for Chery Tiggo to get those plays going.
And why not give it to Pauline Gaston? She does have the hot hands for Chery.
Not so fast as the Crossovers, who have the momentum here, but halted after that service error by Shaya Dorador.
Yeah, but if you're Chery, you're going, or you need to expect a run from Choco Mucho. So you need to get your passing going or on point here as you protect the 4-point advantage.
Set 1 was a game of runs. That's a good serve. Delivered by Desiree Cheng. Quietly off the bench, contributing. Now with 4 points, and they need her.
Yeah.
As Molde is still on the bench. Desiree Cheng goes for another good serve. Over received. Rondina.
Oh, good dig.
Couldn't put it away. Nierva with a pickup. General with a dig. CC goes up. And the dive by the Crossovers. Pecanya. Easy over. Chance again. They go back to the same play. Des with a nice save. Rondina on the tip. Still nothing. Both teams with a variety of attacks.
Good dig. Still alive.
Cess. Cheng was there. Wong goes middle. And Lorraine Pecanya with a put away.
Great decision making on the part of Tina Wong, right? Chery Tiggo's been guarding the wing hitters.
Timeout called by the Crossovers.
Hindi kayo pahabol palagi na pahabol. Okay? Pag bumalik kayo, kahit gaano kahaba ang rally, pag bumalik kayo lagi nasa gitna ka, katapat mo yung middle. Sige lang, tsagayin lang natin, tsagayin lang natin. Yan, pag-usapan nyo yung atin dito.
Ate ko, Chery!
Timeout called by Chery Tiggo. After this run by the Flying Titans, and Cheng has been serving well, defending well at the back, doing her part. Wong as well, Bia General with some good saves.
Still serving, Cheng.
Well, let's see if they continue, if they can continue.
Another good serve.
Robles trying to end. Oh, that's still playable. Tobino with a nice save. And that is legal. Robles. Sent back. Nabor goes up. That's wide. That's out. And Choco Mucho within a single point.
But they're going to challenge this ball in, ball out. You're right, what a save by Honey Royce Tobino. Block touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
All-important challenge for the Crossovers, who are trying to withstand this chase by Choco Mucho late in set number 3.
Well, for those who just joined us and who are not familiar, the save by Honey Royce Tobino using her foot is actually legal. So that's why it was a good ball.
And the quick reaction and the reflex for Royce Tobino. And that's something that she has done in the past as well. We have to ask if meron pang
May coach sila, football coach. Si Coach Hans.
Feeling ko nung time niya with Army rin no? May ganong training. A lot of footwork.
Yeah. Well, whatever works, really. If you can use your feet. In international competition, especially in the men's, you see a lot of that.
Yeah.
If it's so far, they'll really reach with one leg to a Pele.
So again, Chery Tiggo asking for a block touch on the attack. By Jasmine Nabor. Oh! It touched the left arm. And a successful challenge for Chery Tiggo.
That was tight. That was so tight. What a challenge by Chery.
And that gives them some breathing room here with a 3-point lead. 22-19. They're 3 points away from extending this match to a fourth set, as Gaston will be the one to serve. Wong back sets to Tobino, had to alter with a spin on the attack, and it works.
Well, it happened right in front of us. It sounded like a miss hit, but well, again, whatever works.
Arocha back on the floor. Let's see this attack coming from Tobino.
Yeah.
Putting a lot of spin on that one, and we see Isa Molde. So, good news for the Flying Titans as she is back on the floor. Arocha with a serve.
What a serve.
They're down by 2. Robles wants to add to the lead. Quick reflex from Nierva. Galang. Steady save. The dig by Wong. Rondina. Down. It goes.
Oh, it was a total team effort there. Good dig by Dina Wong. And then they go to Rondina. Just a 1-point game. Look at that. And that's slow-mo. It was fast in slow-mo.
21 serving 22 that they could serve. Nabor sets up Cess. Robles, that is out. Was there a check? That's the question. Will they challenge? The crossovers will try.
Well, they need this. I mean, they're hoping it got some fingertips somehow because it was a pretty flat hit by Cess Robles.
Robles, by the way, has 9 points. And there is no block touch. Challenge unsuccessful, which means we are tied at 22-all.
Yeah, that, again, no, that hit by Robles was too flat.
Arocha hoping to continue her good service. Gets 1 to go on the service ace.
How huge is that, Dip?
Taking notes from that serve by CC Rondina earlier.
Boy, the net gods have been kind to Choco Mucho. Which again, I always say the setter has to have an eye on the ball.
Oh, she has been serving pretty well. Robles will try. Saved by Arocha. Wong goes back to CC. Blocked. And Rodriguez will silence the crowd as we are at another deadlock.
That's a huge stop.
Against Rondina at that.
No, because, you know, it's expected that they're going to go to Rondina. So
Yeah.
Chery's got to establish their block. And they did.
23 all. The setup to Nunag. Kept alive by the crossovers. Pancake save. Rondina. Oh, CC.
Doing it all, man.
On the ends of the board.
Look at her go. Save ko. Palo ko.
Ay, ay, ay. That is commitment for you.
We've seen her do that on the beach.
Yeah.
Serving
But this time,
Mars Alva.
she says that it's the same thing for her. She can also do it here.
And match point with a full front row.
Alba with that serve.
Yeah, and arguably the strongest rotation of Choco Mucho.
Dug up by General. CC the drop. Kept alive by Chery Tiggo. Galang will give up an easy one. Alba goes back to Rondina. Block! But it's out! It's out! And a point for Choco Mucho, who completes the comeback here in set 3. And they complete the sweep as the Flying Titans advance to the quarterfinals.
You know, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans have truly, I would say, found their identity. Years or conferences back, you would have seen some, you know, inconsistencies, but they fought well, fought hard, and they win in straight sets.
CC Rondina, 18 points. None more important than that final one.
Final two.
Final 2. That's right. As we take a look at the final score of this match, we'll be back to wrap this one up after the break.
Player highlights, we got you covered. Subscribe now to the PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena as we just finished the matchup between the Choco Mucho Flying Titans and the Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Chery Tiggo relegated to our play-in tournament, and the Choco Mucho Flying Titans will take a spot in our quarterfinals. 25-22 with the first 2 sets and 25-23 for the third set. And Lexi Rodriguez is with our player of the game. Go ahead, Lexi.
Thanks, Dipanarine. Busy pa si CC mag-greet ng fans, pero I'm with the player of the game, none other than jersey number 18, CC Rondina, with 16 points off of 14 attacks, a block, and an ace. CC, welcome sa quarterfinals! Anong masasabi mo? Alam ko kanina talagang nag-zone in ka. We were talking about yung mga motivations mo, yung mga bagay na nag-motivate sa'yo. Pero if you were to pick one thing dun sa mga bagay na natutunan mo, ano yun at bakit yun yung napili mo?
Siyempre yung composure namin sa isa't isa kung paano kami makabalik pag dihado na kami. And ayun, trinabaho lang din talaga namin, and nakikita naman namin na gusto talaga manalo ng bawat isa, and pinagtulungan lang namin kung ano yung dapat naming maitulong, and siyempre tiwala sa gustong mangyari ng mga coaches, and siyempre sa pagbigay ng mga play kanina.
Siyempre, back-to-back sweeps. Sisi, if there's one thing na sa tingin mo yung Choco Mucho naging na-master nyo na, syempre, before yung composure nyo nga on the court, di ba? Ngayon, yun talaga yung na-master nyo. Sa tingin nyo, in what way nyo yun mabibring all throughout the rest of the games?
Siyempre, magtatrabaho pa rin naman kami and hindi pa rin namin masabi na na-master na namin. Ang nakita lang talaga kanina is siyempre nagtrabaho ang bawat isa. And ayun, trabaho ulit, lalong-lalo na sa mga lapses namin kanina.
Trabaho, tiwala at sipag. Meron ka bang mga gustong sabihin sa mga madaming taong nanonood dito sa PhilSports Arena?
Siyempre, binabati ko lahat ng mga supporters ng Ribisco. Kala Sir Jonathan, kay Sir Alan, Sir Rolly, Ma'am Liz Ann, Attorney Lily, and sa lahat po ng family. Sa family ko po sa Compostela, sa ate ko na nasa Canada, sa mama ko na nasa Mindanao, sa Ong family sa Subic, kay Ate Ems Contante, and sa lahat po ng mga sumusuporta po sa amin. Maraming salamat. And syempre sa tropang RA, Gab, Alvin, Tenten, Mark, and Faith, and kung sino pa, Rose. Thank you.
Wala ka na nakalimutan yung mga nanonood dito sa PhilSports.
Syempre po, maraming salamat po sa mga nanood dito. Ingat po kayo pa uwi. See you po sa quarters.
Congratulations to you, Sisi, and the rest of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Let's get back to you, Dipinarine.
Thank you, Lexi. Sumakses yung Choco Mucho Flying Titans dito sa larong ito. At they advance to the quarterfinals. Si Rondina addressing the crowd who showed out in support of them. And again, what a performance for the Cherry Bomb. Unloading 18 big points. And as you mentioned, yung final two in that set number 3 were the biggest ones.
You know, the biggest achievement for me, for Choco Mucho this conference, is really what CC Rondina said, their ability to maintain that composure. I mean, again, conference is back, you wouldn't see that, but now they're fighting, you know, they've found themselves. But we have to mention also, Chery Tiggo, you like what you saw, that the fight, they gave Choco Mucho really a run for their money, a really tough time.
Right.
They had to dig deep. Aragalang, what a performance, Pauline Gaston towards the end. But Aragalang, come on, she tried to do everything for Chery, but they fell short. Choco Mucho, total team effort. You love what you see. They're going to be in the quarterfinals.
As we take a look at the updated bracket in our PVL All-Filipino Conference in just a bit. CC Rondina with more highlights. And again, honorable mention to Dindin Santiago Manabat, who had 13 points. And Molde, Cheng. They're happy, of course, for Isa, who came back late in that game, as well as the other players who stepped up. The qualifying round, Petrogas advances. And Choco Mucho also will advance to the quarterfinals. The rest of these teams will go to the play-in tournament, which again will be divided into 2 groups, single round robin. The top 2 of these groups will take up the 7th and the 8th spot, respectively. One more game day for our qualifying tournament, which will happen on Tuesday. It'll be the number 7 Akari Chargers versus the number 6 Farm Fresh Foxies at 4 p.m. And then the PLDT highest speed hitters will face the Zeus Thunderbells at 6:30. All happening here in the PhilSports Arena in Pasig City. So see you on Tuesday. That does it for our coverage on behalf of our courtside reporter Lexi Rodriguez, my partner Domingo. This is Dip Dipianco saying thank you for watching the PVL All-Filipino Conference, the heart of volleyball. And see you all on Tuesday for more volleyball action here on Signal TV.